Okay, now we talk about translations. Translations. Alright? What's called translation? Translation is one kind of transformation, right? But remember, when we are talking the transformation, the original point, suppose P is original point, P brush is a new point, image point, right? And when we do a transformation, we will give a definition, right? Alright? Now, if original point transform to new point is in the same direction, alright? In the same direction just mean, in the same direction it means shift, just a straight line, alright? You just go A and go B. Translate straight line, you mean the same direction, alright? This one we call it translation, alright? This one we call it translation. Therefore, for translation, we can say out like this one. New point equal to original plus A and Y new point. S coordinate. New S coordinate equal to original plus a constant. And the new Y coordinate equal to original Y coordinate plus a constant, right? So this translation will be like this one, right? If you are here original one, xy, and then you will do a translate like this one. You translate A, go up B, right? And you just go to new point, S dash, Y brush, S brush, Y brush, right? Therefore, we can rewrite this one become in vector form, S brush, Y brush equal to original point plus AB. And this AB, we call it translation vector, okay? This one, we use T as a symbol, so equal to xy plus this one we call it translation vector. Okay? And now you can rewrite become x plus a and y plus b. Alright? That's called translation. Okay? Now you can copy the definition first, and then we can use the example to show you. That's quite easy, right? Just remember that this is image point. The new point equal to original plus a translation vector. Alright? That's translation. Alright? Now I just use example. The questions is, I give you 3 questions, and we talk about like these 3 concepts. One is called translation, one is successive translation, and then translations of a curve. Alright? First concept, we just talk about how to make a point to -7 and translate to a new point. Alright? And the question will give you translation vector, suppose equal to 3 -1. Okay? So how do we do that? So we just write down the new point, S brush, Y brush, equal to original point plus translation vector, right? Okay, this is translation vector, okay? So we get a new point will equal to 1, or original point is 2, -7, and then plus 3, -1. So become 2 plus 3, -7 plus -1 become -1. So we get a new point, should become 5, -8. Right? It makes sense, right? We use the graph to show you, right? That's called translation. 2, -7. In here, this means horizontal shift vector. Yeah, shift, right? And the y it means vertical shift, right? Okay, therefore, if translate 3, it means go right 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then -1 it means go down 1, right? Go down 1. So you go to where? 5, -8, right? It makes sense. 3 means go right 3, -1 means go down 1. Alright? Okay, let's talk about translation. Now, and what does it mean? Successive translation. Just do one more times of translation. So, if the question is original point is 2 and -7, alright? Now I change. Let it copy first. Alright? And then we do what? We do the translation. We have two translation vector. We say T1 equal to what? T1 equal to 2, 3, and the translation vector 2 equal to -1, -3, okay? And T1 followed by T2 equal to -1, -3, okay? We change it. Okay. Okay. Ask you a question. T1 followed by T2. You do T1 first or T2 first? Be careful. Here is T1 which is, right? Which is followed by T2. This one is followed by this one. A is followed by B. It means T2 follow T1, right? T2 follow T1, it means we do T1 first. Okay? Be careful for the question here. So we just do new point equal to original plus T1 first. We do a T1 first, alright? So we get 2, -7 plus 2, 3, right? So we get 4, -7 plus 3, we get -4, right? So it means we already from P2, -7, move to P1 is 4 and -4. Alright, here is translation vector 1. And then we do a translation vector 2. We get a new point, supposedly P2, okay? Or you can say P brush P2. So what's the point? So the second point equal to what? 2 brush. So equal to X brush, Y brush, the point here. And the dual translation vector 2 is, here, translation vector 2 is -1, -3, right? So plus T2. So equal to 4, -4, and the plus -1, -3, right? So we get 4 minus 1, 3, negative 4 plus negative 3 equal to negative 4 minus 3 equal to negative 7. So we get a new point here. Answer should be 3 and negative 7. Okay? That's called successive translations. Okay, now we talk about translation of a vector. Translation of a curve. Okay, what's called translation of a curve? The question will give you an equation. Original equation is suppose is y equal to x squared. And then will give you a translation vector equal to suppose is 1, negative 4, right? Okay. So how do we do this one? You need to make, okay, there's a skill here. Original, new point, x brush, y brush, equal to original point plus translation vector. So equal to xy plus 1, negative 4, right? And therefore, you get x plus 1 and y minus 4. So, we can get x brush equal to x plus 1, right? And y brush equal to y minus 4, right? But from here, can we get, we change subject. We make x, y because this is original function, right? We get the original x equal to what? X brush minus 1, right? And original equal to new image y coordinate plus 4, right? You just do a translation, right? We get this one. And we make x equal to x brush minus 1, y equal to y brush plus 4. Sub in original one. Here we sub into original function and we can get what? We can get, can you see that? Yes or no? So we get a y here, we get a y brush plus 4 equal to x brush minus 1 squared, right? Therefore we solve this one. So y brush plus 4 equal to x brush squared minus 2x brush plus 1. Perfect square. So we get a what? We get y brush plus 4. Sorry. We get a y brush equal to x brush squared minus 2x brush. 1 minus 4 becomes minus 3. We get a new equation. Okay? Therefore, we say this one is the image equation of the original one. Alright. This is new equation. After doing the translation, 1, negative 4. You can show this graph. The graph like this one. X equals 0, 0, 1, 1, negative 1. That's the original one, right? What happened for the new one? You can draw a new one. The new one, you find a turning point. X brush equal to negative 2a. Negative b over 2a. So b over 2a. Okay, so equal to 1. Turning point in y brush. That's the turning point. We find turning point. Y turning point should be what? Y brush equal to 4a or 2a. Negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac, b squared 4 plus 12. So we get a y coordinate equal to, oh sorry, turning point formula should be 4a minus, we just sub in back, we can get a y brush. If 1 sub in, we get a y brush equal to what? 1 minus 2, negative 1 minus 3, negative 4, right? So we get a 1, negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, x-intercept, this one equals 0, so x1 brush squared minus 2x brush minus 3 equals 0. So I get a x brush minus 3 and x brush plus 1 equals 0. Therefore I get x-intercept is 3. 1, 2, 3, negative 1. If you forget how to find turning point and x-intercept, please go back to year 9. Watch video. Okay, I don't teach it here. Now year 7. See? I think they should have I just graph briefly. It's not very accurate. So after translation, the graph will be like this, right? Okay? That's called translation of a curve.